going live this week, but we are going to start with the recap for Mr. Zem.
Thank you, Myth, so
Nice.
much.
It's gonna be a long recap.
Oh, it's been a minute.
Yes.
I'm probably not even the right level.
No, you're still the right level.
Still are we 10? Cool.
No, we leveled
so-
up 10 times.
We're
Yeah,
probably
you guys,
gonna level up again.
We're all level
today,
20
I
now.
imagine.
yeah, leveled up right after the last session you were in.
Cool.
But so the last couple sessions saw you defeat Fen, which you were there for, and got your goodies. And on the way out, Catmanos reached back towards the mirror to break it and got teleported back into the little sanctum area. And he was unable to reactivate the portal. But while he was down there, he drank the remaining few drops of your blood, Zem, that was in the chalice that had been used.
Gross.
And it gave him some insights into Tifen's memory and gave you, it showed you going there to look for books that Tifen might have had, being the most powerful mage sorcerer in the town. And she successfully seduced you and had just given you some tea, which turned out to not be tea. Ended up knocking you out, and that's what incapacitated you. Got roofied. And you were unaware of that fact. So when you all came back out, after Catmanos was teleported and found this out, the party, while trying to figure out how to get you back, turned around and found you had continued to drink the cup of tea and incapacitated yourself on accident. Just thought it was really good tea. But you were incapacitated for that time. And the rest of the party, which was actually just Ophelia, I believe, interacted a bit with Queenie, which is the blink dog that Tiffen had. And Queenie gave some signals like she wanted to go for a walk. And so that's what Ophelia did, and found out that Queenie is able to take people along when she blinks. At least when they're holding the leash. And that's how Ophelia rescued Catmanos from the little sanctum area. You came back, and on the way out of the building, as you all sped past, all of the barbarians that were in the town, all of the warriors, were running to the tower. And the tower was seemingly locked from the outside. One fun piece of magic that Axel did for the first time was sealing the mimic door that was further down on the cabinet. Can't remember what spell it is, what the spell's called.
Arcane Lock.
Arcane Lock, yes.
Bitch.
And sealed the mimic inside.
Get wrecked.
Get wrecked.
And after that, you made your way back to Don's house and learned that he had fixed the water issue in town. And while you were talking about going to escape the town, he offered to go to Otto's Oddities, which is one of his friends. And on the way out, there was a knock on the door, and when he opened it, the butler that Ophelia had met, that worked for Tiffen and with Tiffen, stopped in and threatened the whole party with a relentless chase or pursuit, but vanished with a swift cut through Don's throat. And as he was bleeding out, Catmanos and Ophelia stabilized him and healed him, but the other person had escaped. So after he had recovered a little bit, he went to Otto's and came back and took you all with, and you were all given garments that acted as disguises. They're all hats that go on, and once the hat's placed, they each have 2 charges left now, I believe. But it changed their appearance. So Catmanos was a short dwarven woman in like a belly dancer outfit with a woven wicker basket of like with fruit like placed in it. And then Axel turned into
luau dancer.
Axel turned into like a Three Musketeers-esque like foppish dandy with long hair. Ophelia turned into like a muscular male fighter with a leather vest, pants, and like wrist wraps, the goatee. And Almar turned into a debonair gentleman that was missing a left arm. This was a top hat that he had to put on.
Okay.
And you have a small little like headband that you can put on, but nobody has used it and they have not put it on you yet. So you have 4 charges left on that. And so it's just an illusion that's placed over. It doesn't change your actual physical size. So the thing Axel would have run into if he was trying to squeeze through somewhere is that his actual body was wider than the image. So could have caused complications. But after that, Otto offered a way out of the city, a tunnel going underground. And the tunnel going underground was closing behind them rapidly. And they went down a slide that came out on the cliff face, about 150 feet up. And the party navigated a small walkway that is to make it a little bit difficult, but they summoned a large serpent from the water. They didn't get the name yet, but the name is Ormer. Put that in the chat. And he recognized the presence of dragon's blood in the bloodstone that Ophelia has on her person, and sort of gave the party a caution to not bandy it about too openly. And in reply of having 15 spell slots worth of energy given to it, it redirected it and caused water to rise, and it also spewed forth this salt water that made the bridge from the land to the second half of the bridge, or what is remaining of the bridge. And as the party stepped onto the bridge, they noticed the barbarian group. They gave chase and chased the party through the night over like 28, 32 hours.
Yeah.
Non-stop.
Just fucking running for over a day.
While
then-
you were sleeping.
When they stepped off of the
Yeah, I
water.
carried you the entire way.
Yep. When they stepped off of the water half of the bridge,
We traded back and forth.
enchantment dropped, and all the water fell along with all of the warriors that were giving chase. The one that you had met on entry did give Axel a little bit of a battle axe wound as he threw it while he was falling and managed to get a decent hit on Axel. But we are picking up. You are
You
asleep.
missed one thing that the water dragon also said that the blood in the bloodstone is from like her brother, which is the dragon that lives over here.
Yeah, the kin.
Didn't she say that?
Yeah, from its kin.
Oh, okay.
I believe
But yeah,
the term
this
was
dragon that's over
brethren was the term I used.
here. Oh. So not necessarily direct relatives.
Not necessarily direct relative, but
Same
all
species.
of you would know enough about like dragon lore to know that they're like the large sea serpents, dragons, worms, all considered distant relatives at least. They're somewhat the same species. They just appear a little different. But we are waking up. Well, not waking up yet. You are all asleep. Resting after the harrowing escape. And Ophelia, you feel a leathery, what you assume is a hand, cover your mouth while you're asleep.
Oh.
You feel a warm breath in your ear. Quietly. You recognize the voice, and you turn, but it is your succubus friend that's looking for soul.
Mommy.
I wish this was more pleasure than business, but I have a warning and a blessing. They're the same. They're both from soul. Let's keep going. You're on the right path. Bring it to me. And you see, as she says that, she like looks distantly. You recognize this as you have had Zem communicate with you telepathically before. And you see her nod. Sorry, hopefully one day I can break free of this. And you see her writhe in pain. Her mouth opens in a silent scream, and she vanishes in a puff of smoke as she's being recalled from your presence.
Holy shit.
The sun is yeah. The sun is just beginning to rise. It's about time that everyone else would be waking up. It's a little early, but not too much. Everyone got their long rest and staved off the exhaustion point. Zem, you also arise around now, having been unconscious for the past 2 days.
It's about damn time.
God damn.
Zen like opens his eyes. He goes, Where am I?
God.
Oh, good
It's like
morning.
looking around, just panicking.
Oh man, don't have a heart attack.
I kind of like put my hand on his shoulder. Don't run too far. We're about 250 feet up in the air.
And you look over, and there's like broken pieces of the bridge, like 10 feet over. But the other part of the bridge is solid. It's 150 feet wide. It's a very wide, like large flagstone bridge. The sides are raised a little bit, so you would have to be not paying attention at all in order to walk off. But
He could walk off the way we came, though.
yeah, well, that's the part that I was
Yeah.
trying to make a point of, is the broken part just sort of falls into the water.
We're off to kill the dragon. You, long story short, and then I tell him everything that happened that you just told him.
Well, looks around, puts on his boots immediately. He sees the heights and he's like, no, not dealing with this. Flicks his boots and like floats up a little bit. He's just, all right, well, let's get our way.
You know, we really could have used you yesterday.
Yeah.
We had to cast a lot of spells.
It was some tea, wasn't it? We
Yeah,
have
you
any
should.
more of it?
I
we save
kind of
any?
wish we did. Secretly, Zim has the recipe for next time there's a wedding. Good morning, Ophelia.
Good morning, guys.
All right, off we go, lads.
You
No,
are
no.
you are still like 200 feet up in the air, so it's a drop if you're to fall off, but you can see pretty far. You I don't know. You might be able to see the land from here, but it would be pretty small. You just still have like 4 days of travel to finish crossing the bridge.
Can we like see the end of the bridge in sight?
Not quite. It angles down, so you can't see the end.
Okay.
But you can see the land where it would end, you know, like logically where it would be.
Okay. So this mortar and pestle thing that I've got here, it says that I can make it travel to a specific place or creature. You don't need to know where the destination is, but it must be a specific destination, not just the nearest river or a red dragon's lair. Could I say like the end of the bridge?
I'd say probably. I think it's more specifically like what the name of like a city would be.
It might be like a
But-
name of us. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Okay.
But how does it work?
So I can make like the mortar part like any size up to like large.
Mm-hmm.
I think it
You can
says.
ride in it, right?
And I can ride in it, yeah.
Yeah.
Up to large size, meaning it can hold even a large creature. But I think it's only enough for one person. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna check, was to... Okay, yeah, I think it's just one.
That would make sense. So we just need to basically keep moving across the bridge then, all right? Yeah.
Mhm. Yep. How much weight can your flying carpet hold, Axel?
Let me look.
Because you do have that.
800 pounds. But its flying speed becomes 30 feet when carrying over 400 pounds.
And that's your walking speed.
Mm-hmm. How much do we all weigh together? Because I weigh by myself.
It's more
A
than
lot.
800. It's. I think it's
Yeah.
more than 800.
Yeah,
I
like
weigh
180.
280.
I've got 118 worth of carried goods.
Oh, I forgot about all of our
Wait,
stuff that we carry.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. All right. Well, Zem touches down now that he's kind of gathered his bearings. He goes and wakes everyone up. Let's go. Let's go. Put on your clothes. Grab your stuff.
Fine.
Gather your stuff and continue along this bridge. Do you set charges to watch at night, or no? Do a little bit of a skip forward. Unless there's something you guys all wanted to chat about between you.
No, but I would say you're saying for like somebody to watch at night.
Yeah.
I'd have my pet watch.
Still calling
And then-
them tempo?
Mm-hmm. Also, doesn't Ophelia not have to sleep?
Correct.
So she can just be on watch all night long.
Wow. Wow.
OP.
That's exactly what Parker would do in a real life situation if powers were real. I'm gonna get
Yeah.
some sleep. You can watch.
Bye-bye.
You got
I
it, right,
don't-
babe.
I don't think Ophelia needs to sleep, and I don't think Almar needs to sleep either.
Almar needs to sleep, doesn't he?
He's
I
a
think-
human.
He can maybe he can meditate or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
Well, he's
I
only
can meditate.
half.
Am I?
No,
Aren't
it's
you?
from his subclass thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I just looked through that too.
It's it takes him half the amount of time to rest, and then he can just meditate or something instead of sleeping. It's something like that.
Yeah, I
Oh,
actually did
trance. Yeah.
learn about that.
Got it.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh,
I
that's
guess
cool.
you're gonna be on watch if you're in a trance.
No, it's you're semi-conscious. So
Yeah, it's not like Ophelia. That's fine. Ophelia's got it. Ophelia and Tempo. I turn him into dog mode when I go to sleep, so that he acts like an animal and asks for pets and shit. But it's all programmed.
just like
Lonely.
every 15 minutes, ask him for
Yeah.
pets.
Look on a timer.
Yeah, it's
You
like
know,
one of those old from the early 2000s. One of those little dogs with the ears and
Mhm.
it play music and dance and shit. It's
yeah,
Yep.
it tilts its head and stuff. And ah, ah, ah.
Just kind of.
I just,
I'm
like,
just picturing it
Mimic
just
it.
being kind of disturbing because it's not a completely fleshed out creature. It's
Yeah,
half a creature, half a face. So it's just
Yeah.
no bottom jaw. There's just this metal tongue juts out.
yeah. Well, and
flops down.
it's I based it off of Queenie, but they're all super clunky animations. It's And then like anytime a bird flies by, his head like snaps and like
Oh my God.
like 90-degree turn, like very unnatural to like track the bird or whatever.
And there would be birds. There would be seagulls, falcons flying around the site. So you would see birds. You would also see every once in a while in the distance large shapes coming up out of the water, whales and sharks. Every so often, as the whales vent the water out. And first night, second night, nothing happens. Towards the end of third night, you do notice a change, Ophelia. If you agree to be the one on watch, that is. I just
Yes,
assume
I
this, but
Yes.
you do notice that the sounds of birds aren't as often, not as frequent, which doesn't make much sense because you are getting closer to land. You'll be able to see the land off in the distance. It's a reachable distance now. Can't make out too many masses, but this is the outline of the land. But it's quiet this morning. It's not what you expected to hear. Normally, in the mornings, you've been hearing birds cawing and communicating, and you see them out swooping down towards the water. You don't anymore. But other than that, the night passes, and it's the next morning. So this should be your final day of travel to reach the other island. How are you waking everybody up?
Let's see. I'm gonna cast Thaumaturgy, and I can create an instantaneous sound that originates from a point of my choice. It lasts for 1 minute, so I'm just gonna make the sound of an alarm clock. But it's coming out of nowhere, so no one can turn it off. And I'm going to leave it for the full minute.
That's awesome. I love her woken up by
That's
this
fucking brutal.
ungodly alarm.
That's what you guys get for keeping me on frickin' watch.
You
I'm
have a
assuming you've
companion?
been doing this every day. Every morning.
Yeah, but I'm every other morning up until then, like once everyone's awake, I'll like turn it off, but this time I'm gonna keep it on like the
Just
full
annoyed.
gas.
You just...
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. Alright. The rest of you wake up. And all of you in turn would notice that it is quieter this morning. The general atmosphere seems to have changed. You're not sure what, but it's all you can place is that it's quieter.
Smells like death.
It's a little too quiet.
Yeah.
I just smell fresh air.
It feels just like eerie, like something's off.
I don't know why, but I get. I know on a bridge in like the middle of the ocean, something kind of that. I feel like being lost. That's what I get.
So Zem like finishes getting all dressed, he's ready to go. Sitting there, he's got his mage hand like cooking him some food. Just kind of like checking out the surroundings, like he's trying to figure out like what else do we see around, you know? So we're just up in the air still.
Yep, up in the air. You are. The bridge is starting to slope down. You can see the land at the end where it ends.
Okay.
You're still a little bit away, but it's within a day. You'll get there before the day's out. Your guess would be mid-afternoon, probably, just by how far away the land is. But before we continue, I do have a question. Does everyone hear the music that I have going on in it
Yeah,
still?
yeah.
Okay, I wanted to make sure. Because I spent some time fixing that.
I would if I had the thing open. Let me do that.
Right. Well, love you. Continue along. I'm assuming you're just walking at like a leisurely pace. Or not leisurely, but also not like a forced march.
Hiking along.
Yeah.
These old bones only move so fast.
So you travel for an hour. It's getting even quieter. The sounds of the birds screeching in the distance fade away for the most part. And then about an hour later, all the sound around you goes dead. It's completely silent. It's eerie. Not
We make sound, or there's just no.
no,
like,
there's no like
ambient
ambient noise. So you
Okay.
can make sound. But all the sound that you're hearing is the really loud, like your footsteps are now loud on the flagstone bridge,
Creepy.
bouncing off the walls in that little space. Well, it's not little space, but in that gap between the two sides. It's the highest perception. Atmanos, you're the only one that notices it at first. But there are two things you notice at the same time. One is a clattering, rumbling noise coming from the end of the bridge. And the other is just at the farthest reaches of your vision. There are at least a dozen flying creatures moving your way. And they seem to be hundreds of feet up in the air, higher than even where you are. But you can tell from this far away that whatever they are very large.
Shit. Hang on. For some reason, it lagged for a minute, so I didn't get to hear you at the end of it.
I just said they're far enough away that they look small now, but based on how far you can see, you know that they have to be immensely large creatures flying towards you.
Guys, there's a there's a horde of creatures in front of us. Like, I point directly at them. They're like way up in the sky, and they're coming our way.
Oh God.
I'm not sure if y'all are.
Yeah, they'd all be able to see it. You were the first one to be able to like take notice of it, though. And they're
Oh.
moving towards you quickly.
Ew. That's not good.
Zim looks over and I went, ready yourselves. I pull out the pestle and I do like one of these motions and it turns into the staff. I'm like Gandalfing it with my two staffs.
Now we can double fireball them.
That'd be too overpowered.
Are you standing to fight, or
How many are there?
a dozen, at least?
Just staying vigilant.
Yeah. I would do the same as
Zim's
well.
still like moving along, but he's like definitely got an eye out and he's got his two
Okay.
weapons, his two staffs.
Is
I'll-
there like cover? Like tree
No.
line or
No, we're on the
Yeah,
bridge.
after you
We're
get
on-
off the
we're on a
bridge. you're
After we walk
on this
past them.
bridge.
wait. I thought we were off the bridge because you were saying like that we were I thought we time skipped to the end of the bridge.
Mm-mm. We time
And we
skip.
were like right at the
Oh.
edge.
The last day.
Yeah, the
the
last
last
day of
day.
travel. You can see the end of the bridge.
But we're like not like 10 minutes away, we're like hours away still.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Still in the distance.
But I would also do what Zim's doing. Just pull my weapon out and just be sure. Oh, I'll have the dragon bow out, but it's still also not in my inventory yet.
You can. You're probably 20 miles out still. So 18, 20 miles. Somewhere in that range. You're not exactly sure. But you do see something on the bridge near the end, moving your way as well. But you can't quite make it out. It's small. But you're continuing forward.
I mean, there's nothing else we can do.
Alright.
Either just stand there and wait for them to get near, or just walk.
Mm-hmm.
Might as well keep walking. But
Keep
stay
moving
vigilant.
forward, staying cautious. And next hour passes. Creatures are much larger, getting closer. But now they're broken up and they are circling above.
How high above?
Mm-hmm. Probably 700-800 feet.
Are they close enough where we can tell what kind of creature they are?
They look like some sort of bird from where you are.
Definitely not a dragon.
Definitely not a dragon.
Sick.
They don't seem to have the long tails that you would associate with a dragon. Keeping an eye, looking above every so often and moving forward. You notice that the things at the end of the bridge, whatever it was, is closed about a third of the distance, you can see that it's multiple things. Can't quite make out the shape yet. Now I'm gonna need a perception roll from everybody.
Perception.
Alright. Perception. If it would let me do so. Actually, game is paused, so I don't think it would let me. It's not letting me.
13.
Actually, let me.
No, letting me do it.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
there
is-
we go.
It is unpaused now. Pop it.
I probably gotta rejoin. Give me 1 second. There we go. Come on. There we go. Yeah, to reload. Perception. 22.
Sean.
Hmm.
See that 17 from last session that I rolled?
Mm-hmm.
That was a heal on myself from drinking a beer.
Shit. From drinking a beer.
Yeah.
Pretty well. You notice that the other than Katmanos and Axel, the other three of you notice that the flight pattern of whatever the birds are is becoming more aggressive. They're flying in quicker circles and dropping closer to you. At this point, they're probably 400 feet away. They look like large eagles of some sort.
Oh,
It's an RG.
I'll be ready for an attack.
These don't look too friendly. I'm gonna cast Mage Armor on myself.
Wait,
Alright.
aren't tasty, I promise.
Wait, do I even have Mage Armor anymore? I don't even actually have it.
What
Or no, it
doing?
would still be in my book, wouldn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah.
As the circle lowers, you do notice the clattering on the bridge is louder. You can see in the distance a small contingent of horses, people on horseback, riding out towards you from the land. That's what the small figures were. How do you react? Are you standing still, or are you running towards them? Or just still continuing to walk on guard?
I'll say still walk on guard.
I would say
Yeah,
walk
just
on
like a-
guard.
Why?
Yes.
Alright.
I keep getting random lag spikes to where
I'm gonna
everyone-
push my way to the front, in front of everybody, in between.
Don't cut off
Us.
John.
I didn't. He just said he
Yes,
was
you
lagging.
did.
It's good.
He was in the middle of talking.
He just said he was lagging.
He was still talking. I don't know how many times I have to say it.
What's going on,
Oh,
Johnny?
well, I didn't hear him.
I was just
You
saying I
never
was
did.
lagging that everyone for some reason for me just keeps like freezing and then unfreezing. So
Yeah.
I don't get to hear most of the things that you're saying.
Yeah, that happened to me a bit ago.
Hmm.
Try disconnecting,
I'm
reconnecting.
sure Trey's probably downloading something in the other room.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, he's playing a game now, so
You're right, so-
alright. Axel moves his way forward and stands sort of at the head of the group. That was really loud. But as you're moving forward, not quickly, but on guard, you see the wheel of these birds drop lower, incredibly low. They're like 50 feet away now, above. And they break apart and start flying in random directions. You can see that they have like a 25-foot wingspan. They are immense eagles that are flying around. See one of them dives down towards you, trying to rake across the bridge. What is the formation you're standing in? I'm assuming not on a line.
No.
I'd imagine kind of. I'm imagining kind of like an arrow.
Yeah.
Alright, so who's...
Mm-hmm.
You're in front, Axel.
Mm-hmm.
Who's in the middle and who's in the back?
I can be in the middle.
I'll be in the back.
I'll be in the back too.
Alright, Solmar and Ophelia are behind Axel, and then behind them are Sem and Capnos. Axel, I need you to make dexterity saving throw.
You sure you don't want it to be like literally anything other than that?
I'm sure. Alright, with a 5. You are knocked prone.
That's loud.
That very loud.
Turn down your volume.
You are knocked prone as first eagle dives and tries to rake across. It does hit you with the wing as it goes across, knocking you down, but it doesn't quite manage to grab your ankle as it flies past. It's flying too quickly.
It wouldn't be able to carry me anyway. I hope.
It's got a 25-foot wingspan, man.
Hey, I'm a heavy motherfucker. I'm coming up on 300 pounds. Creature size large.
Right. The rest of you watch as this bird dives down and slams into Axel, knocking him prone.
Oh shit. You good, Axel?
Yep.
You hear 2 more
I
loud
stand up?
screeches as Axel's trying to stand up. 2 more dive down. Jesus. I didn't balance all the volume yet. I think Gideon's up.
Yeety.
You heard all the loud noises.
What's your AC, Axel?
16.
Need another dexterity saving throw. And Ophelia and Almar, I also need dexterity saving throws from you too.
Let's go. 24.
Oof. 8.
They miss both Almar and Axel, but the one that flew down behind Axel does clip you. Ophelia, you are knocked prone.
Am I back standing now?
You are now. But I do need to go for just a second because of getting being up. So we're gonna take a 5-minute break. Call it a 5-minute break.
Copy. Small break.
Time to please.
Gotta take my PEDs.
Katie, you know the original Roblox sound, death sound you just made?
The what?
The original Roblox death noise?
I'm back.
Yellow.
And just double checking the sound volumes.
Yeah, both of those 2 minutes.
Who growling?
Zuko, he's talking.
Alright,
Body
Oh.
flavor.
we all back.
Yeah.
Alright. So, Ophelia, you get hit with a wing. And knocked down.
Rough.
Right after that happens and they disappear off over the sides, you hear 2 more screeches. And you hear yells this time as well, coming from mounted knights, and they're getting closer, thundering towards you. You see they're all charging with long lances that are tipped with metal of some sort. Actually, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage.
Oh my god.
Right. This time, athletics or acrobatics, your choice.
I mean, that's an easy choice.
Right. Notice that the rest of you notice 2 large eagles swoop down and almost collide as they run into Axel. They don't manage to knock him over because their blows have been softened by each other's wings, but one does manage to get an ankle or a talon around Axel's ankle. It is slowed a little bit as it tries to take flight and rise from the battlements. How are you reacting? You have 2 people that can reach Ophelia and Omar. Not Omar. Yeah. Omar can reach and try to grab at you as you are getting lifted, but you are all of a sudden not upright, but upside down.
Yeah, I'll go to grab Axel, try to keep him down, and not get taken away.
Ophelia, you can make a desperate lunge if you want to. You are on the
Yeah.
ground, but Omar runs forward and grabs one of Axel's hands. Ophelia gets up to her knees, crouches, and sort of springs up, catches hold. I'm going to
How
need...
close to the ground am I?
You're not too far yet. You're just a few feet off the ground.
I've got something when Ophelia's done.
Ophelia jumps forward, grabs your wrists, so each of them has one of your wrists. Tempo runs up, grabs onto Almar's cloak to try and help, but the eagle wasn't expecting the weight that you are, along with all of your gear. So is struggling now with the resistance. What is it that you are wanting to do? Because you look like you want to do something.
I'm just like, fuck, and like upside down, and, like my bag's hanging in my face, so like reach in my bag and grab out this little capsule and like throw it at the eagle, and I'm casting web.
Web.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is. Gotta look it up. What does it do?
It should pop up in the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it did. sorry. Alright, so web. Are
And
you
I'm attaching it to the anchoring it to the ground.
Okay, that's what my question was.
Yeah. That's why I asked how high off the ground I was.
Mm-hmm. Alright. You are also caught by the web. I assume.
Sacrifices must be made.
Everyone,
are all of my friends.
Everyone's got it. It's such a huge range. It's such a huge width. It's a 20-foot
20
cube.
feet cube.
So did you just centered it on yourself,
Yep.
like the bridge and the?
I smacked it onto the bird, so it just
Okay, everyone
exploded.
is hooked by the web.
Let's go.
Because everyone was within 10 feet of you. So all of us, you see Axel reach in this capsule. He throws it up, hits the back of this eagle, and just like a spider web,
Yeah.
gooey web.
Oh, what the hell?
It's a teal color, so all of a sudden all of you see blue webbing everywhere.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Sorry.
Are you really though?
And I'm fucking smacking at the bird. let me go.
Alright, strength check is against the DC. It will drop you. And it will be stuck in the webbing. As you can see, it trying to forcefully fly out.
It dropped me?
It dropped you, but you are still hanging there upside down, suspended by the web.
But I'm still close enough to hit it, right?
Yeah,
Because it was holding me.
Yeah, the claw's like 4 inches away from you now.
So I just do a crunch to crunch my upper body and just to start stabbing with the rapier.
Alright, I'm gonna say make your attack rolls at advantage. Because it's immovable.
$14.
Mm-hmm. That'll hit.
And I'll use the bonus action to activate it. So.
Alright.
13 damage. And 14 damage.
30,
Look at that. Two perfect rolls on the damage in a row.
Nice.
Not unlike you.
Pretty good. Alright. You stab it twice, and the shocks going into it do more damage than you've seen them do to most creatures, so.
Ooh. Too bad I rolled
Let's
really
out,
low on those.
Let's out tries to keep flying. What are the rest of you doing? You are stuck in a web, but you can move. It's sticky, but just reduces your movement.
You're at half speed, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I want to probably use my bow on it.
How far away are the people charging us?
150 feet away. They're making ground really, really well.
Oh, perfect. I'm gonna cast a fireball at them.
All right.
Just FYI, well, never mind. I guess you wouldn't know.
Well, he's casting it at them. At the knights. The
The
armored.
knights. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the knights at 150 feet away.
Okay. I was like, uh-oh. The webs are flammable, so
All right.
29 damage. They have to make a DC 16 save.
Just gonna roll as a group rather than each. They make it.
So it's 14 damage to all of them.
All right, you hear him
Oh.
yell, and they don't stop the charge. They keep moving forward, but the yells sound a little more angry. What are the rest of you doing?
By the way, if you can make a dexterity saving throw to not be restrained in the web.
Oh yeah. When
You're not
your
auto
turn. So
restrained.
if you want to roll your dex, Zem.
It's a 16 to get out.
Yeah, I don't have really good decks.
Almar, if you would like to roll a dexterity saving throw to see if you're
It's gonna
not
be easy.
restrained.
It's gonna be easy.
I am restrained.
Ha!
Oh my god.
I got 11.
Easy.
So you're all restrained, and you can make on your next turn a strength saving throw to try and break out. Otherwise, you're stuck until I drop the spell.
Nice.
Okay, so it's not just difficult terrain. You get stuck. Oh,
Yeah.
that's really funny.
I may not be able to do this, but I was wondering. I'm wondering if am I able to use my flame blade to cut out of it, or can I not?
Does it do fire damage?
It's a flame blade, so I would
Well, yeah,
assume
but-
it does.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, then I'm gonna use that then to get out.
All right.
I want to.
You take
Alright.
2d4 fire damage.
Everybody takes 2d4
Everyone.
fire damage.
Oh my god.
Well, are we all within a 5-foot cube of him?
Is it just the 5-foot cube that burns around? Oh no,
Yeah.
it would just be him. So
you take 4
just
damage.
you 2d4. Yep.
Oh.
So 4 damage, Capmanos, but you are
the web's
able
gone.
to get out.
So impatient.
Mhm.
I'm not sure if that counted as a turn, but I was wondering if I was able to use Ice Storm on the birds that are.
I would
the
say
side of them.
not quite yet.
Okay.
Could I use that new bow I got to shoot the lead guy of the guys that are charging us?
You can.
Lead
Yep.
dragon. Yeah, I don't have the dragon bow in my inventory though, but I did attune it. I'm not sure like if you need to change something for it.
No. No, I figured you would have attuned to it, so.
Yeah, I just forgot to do that, but I did it while.
You have to update his foundry.
Yeah,
is
yeah,
what it's saying.
yeah. The
Oh,
attune.
that's
you
what it's-
update
I
it.
can even
Gotcha.
hear him now.
Yeah.
Import.
On Foundry, are we just on the big map still?
Yep.
Okay, just checking.
Should be. Oh, I probably need
Yeah,
to
it's
replace your token. Oh, it is there now?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay.
Alright. So I'm gonna try and hit the lead guy.
Alright.
$25.
Pew pew.
And with that short bow, I can't remember.
Yep,
I'm only able to
that's,
do one shot, or is it 2 shots I'm able to use?
one.
One?
believe.
Okay.
I don't think you have.
And then And if I also remember, this bow I don't need arrows for because it has its own, correct?
Correct.
So I don't need to keep track of arrows. Cool. And
All right.
lightning damage.
Shoot an arrow at the lead guy charging towards you. And it hits the armor, pierces through on like the left shoulder. And you hear him yell back, "Don't help the one with the bow!"
Don't help it. Don't help all of them.
They are nearing you. Ophelia, is there anything you want to do in the last few seconds before the horsemen are upon you guys?
Oh. I'll just prepare by taking out my Morning Star.
Alright.
That's it.
Alright. You watch as the armored knights form around the cube of webs. A few of them stab through, killing off the eagle that is suspended in it. The rest begin hacking at the webs to get it down
Once they
and get
kill
you
the
all
eagle,
out.
once they kill the eagle, I'll just drop concentration and it just like
Fizzles
disappears.
out. Okay.
Yeah.
Disappears. You dexterity saving throw. Still upside down.
Watch, I'm gonna get a natural 20 and do a backflip to land.
16's
Land
good
on
enough.
deck.
You do what a lot of divers do, like off the diving board. You do like a really graceful like backspin and land on your feet.
It's still loud as fuck because I'm super heavy, but
Uh-huh.
I landed on my feet though.
Yeah, it's not super graceful. It's
Yeah.
but it's more graceful than you're used to being able to do.
Like if an offensive lineman did a backflip.
You like land like thudding down, like you look mildly impressed with yourself for a second, almost surprised by being able to land.
Spit out the web that was in my mouth.
But the rest of the knights circle around you, turn around, point their horses back down the bridge. Yell, "Go on, get off the bridge! We'll guard you!"
Oh, the fuck.
You guys weren't here to kill us, they were here to save
Well, they
us.
should have yelled
Hey,
something.
y'all
Zed, like,
suck.
looks around like, all right, let's go.
Whoa.
He takes
I
off
can't
running.
imagine. It's crazy that eagle knew how to do a fireball attack. It's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Wild, weird kind of eagle you guys got
Yeah.
here.
As they're behind, the two that are behind Almar and Zem are kind of not so gently prodding them in the back to get them to move a little bit quicker. The rest of you, they're a little nicer too, but there's still a sense of urgency. Hurry up! Come on, we gotta get off the bridge. Every so often, the eagles swoop down, but the lances are enough to kind of keep them at bay. Soldiers seem to have been trained with this specific process in mind. They
Get
guide
many
you-
get many travelers this side of the bridge?
If you can talk, you're not walking quick enough. They start picking up the pace with the horses, forcing you all to go into like a faster jog.
Rude.
But they do help defend you against these eagles. Till you're about quarter of a mile away from land, and then the eagles finally give up and fly off. They fly directly up into the sky, and then back the way they came.
Oh, we lost aggro.
But you approach the city. I believe it's in the journals. Yeah, it's in the city maps. In the
Zinland.
journals tab. Nope. The other one.
No. There's only one in there.
There.
There it is.
Didn't realize I had to hit show players.
That's not in our journal though, just FYI.
Yeah,
It's not?
I still only see that one.
Should be.
Yeah, the Gen 1 map.
Ooh, Rosewind.
So
Sick.
and
How can
Which side of the city are we on? The east? I mean the west?
yeah, you're coming from the water. I didn't put the actual bridge in there.
Cappy.
But there's a solid bridge that covers like the whole width from the black points. It meets up basically
Oh,
with the
wow.
it meets up basically with the shoreline, but like this from aerial is not it's not three-dimensional. The map isn't showing the so the bridge meets, but the water is still like 100 feet below where it meets up.
Mm-hmm.
So the bridge
Gotcha.
meets the city, but the actual water is
Like a
down
fall on a
below.
cliff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The city.
You do see to the side, Axel, a set of gears and pulleys similar to what you've seen dwarves do in mines, pulling up cargo from the ships down at the water.
Sick.
And that's where on the map it says the port.
Mm-hmm.
Just have to figure out. So you guys can't see this? It's not listed for
Nope,
y'all.
still not.
Journal, city maps, Zenwin. That one I can see. Library texts.
Oh, here we go. I think I got it. There we go. Now it should be in there.
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
there it is.
Sick.
Right. The one thing that you notice other than that is the wall all around and periodically throughout the city are lances and spikes, like spires, similar to the lances on all of the walls, sticking out at odd angles. Looks almost like a hedgehog or a porcupine. It's almost like an odd fruit that has spines on it, is the way the city looks. Spikes coming up ever so often from outside walls. Spikes just sticking straight out, some sticking up at angles, some sticking straight up from the battlements. But the guard does not disperse when you get back to town. It pushes you through the center of town. There's like a small dot. There's a small fountain there, like more like a well. Pushes you through down the roads to get to the Rose Citadel. And as you get through the gates into the Citadel, it's one large building. Again, the building's outside is covered in these weird spiky protrusions. And the mounted guards make way, and there are a couple guards standing at the door. They open the door for you to go in.
Appreciate it.
They just nod.
All right.
In the large, grandiose hall, empty, except for the throne at the end. The throne's
not empty.
The throne's not empty. The throne is fairly plain. It's not ornate like King Willowhelm's is. But sitting there is a man in full armor. Doesn't look like a king. But he's sitting there. Looks up. He's like lounging. He like, when you open the hall and walk in, he like sits up, like almost begrudgingly. See his shoulders sort of dip. He lifts his helmet up, sets it down next to him. He's got medium length, shaggy black hair. Close cut beard. His face is just a mass of scars going across and burns on half of his face.
Hi.
More people from the damn bridge. What are you here for now? Glad you survived, though. Last couple groups didn't fare so well. Must be made of hardier stuff than you look. He's looking at everyone.
Do you get a lot of visitors from the bridge?
Not usually, no. And while you're trying to talk to him, a younger boy, just like a page, he's just wearing a tunic, comes up and whispers something in his ear. And, oh, did they now? You may be dismissed. You and you. He points to Almar and Zem. Why did you attack my men when they were trying to help?
We did not know they were trying to help.
Well,
They did not say.
we were under attack by the birds, and we saw scary men charging us.
And we've kind of been
Typically,
attacked.
People with spears running at me, I'm not too fond of.
Yeah, and we've been attacked a lot before, so yeah. We just panicked.
You, I'm not so worried about, and points to Zem. You didn't do too much, but you shot my captain.
Again, didn't know.
Didn't stop to ask or anything, just unprovoked shot.
I just did what he did.
You're a coward.
Wow.
Yes, I am.
Wow, way to throw Zim under the bus.
Will do. No.
I just
But-
did what he did.
Yeah.
I saw him did it, and I thought I had to
Yeah.
do the same thing.
Yeah.
But
no,
you look young and healthy. He's close to death. I get why he was scared. You not so much. Just look at him, look how frail he is.
You don't have to tell me
Like
twice.
waves.
But should have said it that we didn't know because we didn't know. Because again, we've been attacked a lot already. So if random strangers come charging at you and you're being attacked, what do you do? And you don't have time to stop and ask questions.
You
Oh, I
get
can't
ready
hear
to
him talking
guard
at all.
yourself. Who?
I can pretty much only hear you, Thad. I'm wondering. Let me disconnect, reconnect
Yeah.
real quick. Like, hello.
Hello.
Let's see.
Testing.
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 I hear you all now. Yep.
Alright.
Walmart.
Oh, man.
But he looks at you, Martin. I'll let you settle with my captain.
Alright.
Fight.
If he wants compensation, I'll pay him.
Oh, not the fake gold.
I don't think I haven't called that yet.
No, you haven't recalled it yet.
Yeah. And I remember the last person that had it, I gave it to some stable boy.
Yep.
That's probably a good thing because he's probably spent it by now, so
Yeah.
probably off the hook.
Yeah. But no,
It has officially been laundered.
but no, I'm not going to give him the fake gold. So I still haven't called it. At this point, I kind of just forgot about it. Even though I should really call it.
He stands up and... Enough of this nonsense. I'm not a king. Just the general. We haven't had a king for a while.
Do you need a king? I know one.
You say yourself. I don't think
No.
the people would
No,
take you.
No.
You're
No.
too kind.
So a king.
No, Willowhelm. Way that way. On the mainland.
I've heard of him. Had an uprising a bit ago.
I got stomped out.
Wonderful. Maybe I'll open lines of communication with him sometime.
I'm
But-
actually waiting on a communication from him.
Well, General Tesco Kazar holds his hand out to shake your hand.
Who? All of us?
Yeah, it starts with you.
Axel.
Moves Capmanos next.
Nice to meet you.
Holds his hand out, like, to grab your hand, Ophelia.
I'll like give it to him like
He-
this. Where I'm not
Lady.
shaking it, but I'm
Yeah,
but I'm
he
expecting him
grabs
to-
it, milady, and gives you the top of your fingers a kiss.
Ophelia.
Goes
The
to
blood drains from his face as he crumbles to the floor.
He's
Shakes
been turned to acid.
Zem's hand. And then
Zem's like got his hands in his robes and casts Mage Hand to shake his hand.
he looks down. And then finally, Almar last presents his hand,
You're shake.
gives one grasp, one shake, and then lets go. Very
Understandable.
curt handshake, not friendly, not hostile, just
I
like-
understand.
formal. Just
I understand.
By the book.
It's
Alright,
the
now
Key
we have
the
that.
Key and Peele skit.
business taken care of.
Not the first time I've been hated.
You all hungry?
Always.
Alright.
You should not have asked.
He like leads you through this like side door. It's got this small like antechamber connected to the kitchen. It's just like a long square table. Sit maybe a dozen people. Take a seat. Sits down and all ceremony of being like proper is gone. He's just sitting there like a normal soldier that you would have seen, Axel. Just sort of lounging, elbows on the table. They bring out some food, some chickens, fruits, cheeses, bread.
Chickens?
Please.
Like whole chickens?
Yeah.
Like a rotisserie chicken?
Yeah, like
Multiple rotisserie
like,
chickens?
like 6 rotisserie
Nice.
chickens.
Hell yeah.
Like one for each of you sitting at the table. He
Axel
just
will
like
take food.
he like rips off a leg and just starts like eating it. So brings you here.
I kind of reach over and slide Ophelia's chicken over to me.
She
You don't
can-
eat
she
meat,
can
do you?
Eat.
I do.
Oh, I rip off.
Say
I rip
that.
off one of the legs and set it in front of her.
I'm gonna give her my whole chicken because I feel bad for her.
Oh my god.
Here's my whole chicken for my feet.
Oh, you must be hungry.
Who, me?
Yeah, you stole her food.
Oh no, I just eat a lot.
So you're hungry.
I mean, I'm not that hungry.
All of you
Good
would be
point.
starving and famished right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't we have some kind of infinite food source from somebody? Didn't somebody
Not
get
when
some
you're
kind of
running
magic-
for 12 hours.
Yeah, I
That
need
I-
time to concentrate.
That, and if I remember, didn't he take Goodberry off?
Yeah,
I did.
think-
I
yeah.
think so.
Well, yeah, but he took it off because we got some kind of way to eat infinite food.
Oh yeah, your cauldron of plenty.
Oh,
Do-
oh, yeah.
But that's true, though. We have been running all day today.
In the past couple days.
Well, no, the days before we were resting because we time skipped.
Mhm.
Well. True.
Yeah, we fast traveled.
All right, let's do. I'll answer questions you have. I'm sure you have a bunch. I'll answer a question for every question you answer of mine. That work?
Sounds fair. Sounds fair.
Yeah.
Just you go first.
I slide the chicken back over to Ophelia. Sorry, that was mean.
Yeah, it's fine.
What happened to your king?
God. Didn't have any heirs, so kind of,
Died
kind
from
of.
what?
Well, he was trying to solve our biggest problem, but wasn't able to. Just
I
been
assume
left
the
here.
biggest problem is the next question. That's another question.
It is. What are y'all doing over here? Why'd you cross the bridge?
I look over at Almar. Hmm?
Let's look at them.
I've been asleep for the last 2 days and woke up on a bridge. I don't know why we're here.
We're here to help with your infestation.
You giant reptile.
Exterminators of sorts.
We're here to kill a dragon.
Yes, what he said.
Ah, and at that, his eyes light up. Kill dragons.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, that was 2 questions. You get. It's your turn. It's not my turn. Skipped your question.
So what was the biggest problem that the king was trying to solve?
Ha! A dragon.
Well, I think we can come to an agreement then here.
But more specifically, there were 3. Intelligence has gathered that there's only 1 now. But it's also increased its domain.
What do we know else about this dragon?
It's big.
Big.
You look familiar. He points to you, Capnos, with like a half-eaten chicken wing. It's like,
Huh?
you look familiar. What's your name? I know Capnos. Do you have a last name? What tribe do you come from?
Oh, to banish.
I forgot what tribe it came.
Because he's been banished.
Have you been banished? Oh, fuck. Sorry, I did it again. It's your turn.
Okay. Yeah. I have been banished from my tribe. For the, I guess, for how I am, how I look. I don't remember much.
Need a deception check from you because I'm pretty sure you don't know why you don't have your tribe. So I'm gonna need a deception check. Deception roll. He's not saying anything about it, but you can see the distress on his face.
Do you guys have fighting pits? You seem like you'd have fighting pits.
You can have fighting pits. Want something to be arranged?
Yeah.
Be kind of fun. I know my captain would love this guy. Points to Almar.
That'd be it.
Let's do it.
I haven't been in a fighting pit in a long time.
Came to kill a dragon. What would you need in repayment?
I like gold.
How much? That's what I mean.
I mean, what did the last guy ask for?
Normally we don't debate contracts until after they're fulfilled. But I see how that's not fair
Well-
either. They didn't want
You
gold.
are currently kingless. Maybe some arrangement can be made in order for some land and taxes in this beautiful kingdom.
Man, I'm sure we could arrange that if you had managed to kill the damn thing. We're stuck to this small parcel of land. Because of that fucking menace. Your turn.
How did you get elected? You're just the highest ranking military officer?
Yep. Hate this damn job. Helping escort idiots off that bridge. Trying to not let people die. To a fucking dragon. You know how hard it is to keep people alive when there's a fucking dragon? It's damn near impossible.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, we would appreciate some accommodations and supplies, anything you can provide.
Think we can help you there. If you have any questions about the city or anything, just let me know.
Alright.
Now, I do have another question. Do you want to be grouped up with these guys, or do you want like a separate space? Looking at Ophelia.
Yeah, I want to be with them.
Are you with any of them? Any of you together?
We're a group.
Y'all fucking what?
Zeb, like, blows his hair back. I'm more of a traveling single journeyman.
I just transform into a tiny bird and just fly to his shoulder.
Ah, knock that shit off. Playing games with me.
Oh.
So you two are fucking?
What? No.
We're just face palming.
Not into the animal stuff.
God, no.
Usually kill them around here.
Well, now I know. Good thing I wasn't in one of my animal forms, or else I would have been taken to the kitchen.
You're just naturally in an animal form.
You know, hey, it's just.
Alright, I think I can find someone. Take you in for a little bit. Most of the
Fighting fits tonight?
Most of the inns have closed down tonight. Takes a little bit of time to organize those.
Okay. I just figured I'd ask.
He's really wanting to fight somebody.
We'll
'Cause
see,
he did get to fight the other guys at the other village we were at.
we'll see about if you get the dragon. Then we can have a real celebration in this place.
Let's do the
And-
fight for the celebration.
And as he's talking to you guys, you hear yelling out in the hall. And then the door slams open. Wood splinters because it slammed open so hard. The captain's standing there. Blood has poured out over his chest plate and his shoulder plate. Still has his helmet on. Walks up to you, Almar, takes his gauntlet off, smacks you across the face with it, and then throws it at the ground. Now! In the hall. He turns around and walks out.
I'm gonna make a telepathic bond with him. Let me know if you need help.
I can tell you may want to fight him after all this is over. Talking to Almar.
I think he's frozen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he is definitely frozen now. Richard?
Johnny, go tell him to reload.
Hold on, I got this.
Just disconnected him.
Yeah.
What?
Look at Jean's dollars. Oh.
You don't have anything?
Do you see them? They're on either side of him.
He just all of a sudden lost internet. Yeah. He doesn't have internet.
I don't know why.
What the fuck?
My computer's disconnected from it. Yeah, it's struggling to connect.
They were like, oh, is he here? He's frozen or something? Yeah, I have internet. Oh,
Probably kicked the wire out of the back of the computer.
no, he's wireless.
We all are.
Gross.
Parker just said gross because we're wireless.
But we had a damn. We were all.
We had an Ethernet.
Yeah, we were all connected, but then. Like being told, we don't need to be like. And I believe Troy still is.
When did you debraid yourself, John?
Like I got there Thursday. I like Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday. Because my hair is really thin and fine, it like gets frizzy pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
It's really long though.
Got them Asian
Length on
roots.
I tried to braid Rosie's hair the other day and it was a complete fail.
He had to
So
restart his computer.
I tried to do Dutch braids. I don't know if
Mm.
Caitlin's probably the only one familiar with it. Maybe Sean.
A little bit.
But I'm
No, I
like,
like
I
the
tried to
French
figure
braiding.
them out. I'm like, I don't fucking know how to do this. This is a hard pass.
Yeah.
Then I made her hang over the edge of the beanbag and just put it up in a high pony. Like, you get a messy bun.
Yep.
That's the only one I know how to do.
One of the best hairstyles ever for long hair. Just messy bun.
Ryan's hair is long enough now where he can do like the samurai hair where he's got like half down and then like half up like a little
the
ponytail.
Yeah, where it's like long hair and then up.
Yeah.
He
People
was
being
asking
able
for
to
tips.
people being able to grow hair and shit.
My aunt sent me a picture earlier of Richard's RJ's hair and like what it looks like when it's like wet because his hair is like really curly, so it like
Mhm.
is like much shorter when it's dry. And that shit is like so long. It's insane. Like it goes like halfway down his back. Like his hair is probably like just as long as mine.
There he is.
Maybe. He hasn't
For now.
spoken yet.
I don't fucking love internet, but I just fucking
I get a snow.
leaving.
All right. What was the last thing you heard
Getting hit across the face.
with the gauntlet?
Yeah.
Throws it at the ground. Says, "You're in the hall now," and walks out.
Right.
I can tell you
And then
don't
I made a
wanna-
telepathic bond with you. I was like, let me know if you need help.
I walk up to him and ask him, or tell him, I can tell later after all this, you're gonna want to fight him.
Well, it sounds like he's gonna
And-
fight him now.
And the general leans back and is like, "There's your answer. Guess you gotta go settle that. Man to man."
Okay.
I want to watch.
Of course.
Same. I just want to get a bag of popcorn.
All right. The general stands up and like heads out the door first.
Haven't
It's
had a
like
good fight in a while.
leisurely strolling, and then before he gets out of the door, he like turns around, reaches down, and like rips half of the chicken off, like
Yeah, I was
a
gonna say
portion
I
of
pick
the
up one of the
carcass.
chickens.
Yeah, carries it with him.
to go.
Axel just does the same thing. He's like, "Oh, guess I don't need the plate. Cool."
Just
Grabs
put
it
my
and picks
hand
it
like
up.
into the
Like,
chicken's ass.
He's just like
God.
eating it off. All right.
He's ripping it off of it.
Right. Walks out. Kind of leans up against the wall. There are a few more soldiers in there. Placed throughout the hall now. You just staying sitting at the table, or are you walking out to meet your challenger? Oh. You gone again.
No. Oh,
Oh,
he moved.
are you still here?
He moved again.
Oh, he's here. Oh, he's frozen again. Down low.
R.I.P.
And- what a frame to get frozen on.
I know.
And fuck up again.
Oh, there he
No,
is.
he's
back.
muted. He's muted.
He's muted though.
I have no clue what the hell is going on.
Um,
I'm doing nothing.
it might help if you take your camera off. That might
Yeah.
help a little bit.
Let's see. But yes, I am going out.
Alright, you walk out, he's standing there, and now he like picks his helmet up, and the helmet's an armor full plate. So he picks his helmet up and takes it off and looks at you, and he's got like tawny blonde hair. It's close cropped, very bright blue eyes, 5 o'clock shadow. And he just tosses it down, grabs his other gauntlet off, throws it on the ground. How do you want to do this? Fisticuffs? Or weapons?
Fish. You know what? I say do weapon. Why not?
Jesus.
I want to make this fun.
It's gonna be a battle.
Alright,
Yeah.
this will be a battle until the other one's unconscious. How's that sound?
Cool. Cool. We got
I'll
healers
try
right
not
here.
to kill you.
Same here. We got healers right here.
He pulls a
Well,
long
speaking of-
sword out of its scabbard at his waist, looks at it, tosses it on the ground. And he just puts his fists up.
Damn, he calling you a bitch. Axel's just leaning up against the wall, fucking holding the chicken.
No, that
That's exactly what the general's doing too, just like ripping pieces off and eating it.
actually, let's do it then. Fist to fist, no weapons actually. No weapons. The fist to fist.
And he's like,
I'm just imagining Almar, no weapons. He's like pulling out like 3 daggers, bow and arrow, fucking sword. Like,
Shit's just coming out of like
Yeah.
every piece of clothing.
Pulling out a whole arsenal out of his little bag.
and you hear him
Just
like,
pulling everything out of that.
he like motions over that page that walked up to the general and starts helping him out of his armor too. It's like, nah, this just wouldn't be fair. He's wearing full plate, so he's trying to get out of it. He gets out of it and staying there just like a tunic and trousers. Still has his like gauntleted boots on. But squares up again, puts his fists up.
better hope he doesn't kick you.
He's a little bit bigger than you are, Almar. He's definitely more muscular. But he is on the younger side. Whereas the general is like scarred from battle and intimidating. This guy looks like he's strong, but like a young punk, just like trying to kind of prove himself. He's definitely completely sure that he's gonna win this. Cocky.
This is going on. I'm casting minor illusion to make it sound like there's crowd noises.
Right.
He has his hands up at the ready and he steps into your range. He doesn't swing at you.
Sneak attack. And,
I mean, could I?
No.
Yeah, no. Is it though? Yeah, just an
Alright.
unarmed strike.
Almar knocks him out and just takes his soul.
Yeah.
You're mine now.
Alright, so I guessing I got first go.
If you want it, you can swing.
Want the smoke?
I mean, you could try talking it out if you want to. It's up to you.
I've never been that good with words.
Never
Guys,
been
I
that
think-
good. Never been that good with words, and has been the spokesperson for the party for like the last 6
Yeah.
sessions.
Yeah. Well, he looks like he wants to fight and hash it out like that way, so we'll just do it that way.
Oh, he
'cause
totally
wants to.
does.
So we'll do it that way. So he doesn't seem like the more reasonable type. He's more of that fist to fist type.
He's a like a hothead. You can tell it's just
Yeah.
like, temper.
Yeah.
Punch him
So-
already!
I'm going to do the unarmed strike.
There's some ribs.
Hit his ass!
Uppercut him.
You can do it.
Give me just a second. Looking up some alternate rules for a brawl.
Okay.
Each fighter rolls 2 rolls, an attack roll, and then a defense roll. So defense is either acrobatics or athletics.
And I happened to be skilled in both of them.
If your defense roll fails to beat the opponent's attack, you take a hit. First one to suffer 3 hits is going to be knocked down and lose the fight. So, first person to get 3 hits. So, we're not doing attack rolls. It's... I guess it would be an unarmed attack roll. 21's
Alright.
pretty good. It's not defeat the defensive. Roll your defensive roll. Or actually, what's your
okay.
modifier?
As
no,
in
you're
what? Okay.
the modifier for like acrobatics. Yours looks to be a +8 or +11. And yeah, his roll was smaller than your modifier, so you trade hits real quick. You swing, connect, and he swings, and you duck it. You're able to miss.
A
Roll again.
for attack.
Attack, and then they're happening at the same time. So
Okay. So, am I able to use acrobatics all the time, or do I have to switch between acrobatics and athletics?
it's up to you. Whatever you want to do for
Okay.
this turn.
Okay.
We're gonna go till there's a point difference of 3. So you have
Okay, so
1.
23. And then I gotta roll my defensive. Ooh. 15.
Right. As you swing this time, he anticipates your move, puts his elbow up. You end up punching his elbow, deflects, and he returns with a quick jab to the face, landing a hit on your nose,
One of the
which
ones.
immediately blood. Your nose pops. Blood all over your face. Doesn't wait for you to initiate the next time, and he slides forward and goes to jab right to your face again. Make your rolls. And how would you like to defend or attack this time?
Okay. So since he's gonna hit me, I'm also gonna defend first. Yeah. Okay. So I'm God, why my wallet is going bad now. And then unarmed again. I'm Jesus. Oh, what's up ass right now?
Alright, because of the blood on your face, the punch slips through and connects with your nose again. This time you hear that as it crunches underneath his fist. And you just try to swing, not sure exactly what's going on, and again, he just sort of blocks it with his arm, pushes your hand out of the way. This time he slides back and stopped waiting for you to swing.
Alright, I'll try again. 17. So you got acrobatics because higher than athletics. God damn it!
Right?
It's just being shit right now. I'm certainly lost.
Damn.
Well, you
My
haven't
roll-
you haven't lost yet. He has to get up to 4 points. He has 2,
Okay.
so
Can I have one right now?
your unarmed strike actually does slip past his guard. You end up striking on his ribs. It's a nice meaty thud that you hear. And he grunts and just does a quick little jab, hits you with an uppercut.
Try for 2 and 3.
Does also connect.
You can need one.
And this time he's kind of leaning into it. And he does another lean forward and goes to strike you in the face. Are you trying to defend or slip it, or what? Are you trying to block it? A block would be athletics. If you're just trying to dodge it and use your dexterity, then it would be acrobatics.
I'm gonna block it.
Right. So, athletics check this time.
20.
Dirty 20. Get your hands up, both of them in front of you. You feel the impact as your arms catch the punch. How are you swinging back?
Probably. I'll just throw just put my hand at him. Go to punch him.
Right.
14.
Where are you trying to hit him?
Probably in like.
The midsection, like ribs again? Or
Yeah,
trying to
probably
hit
try
him in the
not to-
face?
Trying to hit him in his midsection. Probably try and like knock the wind out of him.
Because the way you block, he's anticipating a punch to the face and throws his hands up. Your punch slips through his guard again. You hit him in the side. So you have 4 and he has 3. Both getting tired. You can hear him breathing heavily. You'd also be breathing pretty heavily. Having blood still running down your face. You look quite the mess. But he's not pushing in first. He's waiting to see what you do. So where are you trying to hit him this time?
I want to try and use like my speed and try to like move around him, try to hit him like go for his back or something.
I mean, you're in a pretty tight area. He'd be able to
Yeah.
turn with.
Yeah.
But are you still trying to do that? Like maneuver to the side?
No,
and hit? I mean, you can if you would like to.
No, it's a small area, so it wouldn't be good. He's gonna think I'm gonna go for his chest. Probably go for like his cheek, like his cheekbone is.
All right. Your roll,
Uh,
your attack roll.
Oh. 20.
All right. Okay. With that, he mistimes trying to step forward, and as he steps forward, his boot lands in the blood that you've been dripping from your face and kicks out behind him.
Oh.
And you put a little bit more force than you intended to on the punch towards his cheek, and you hear a crunch as your fist connects with his face as he falls into your pretty hefty punch. And you feel the crunch of his nose and the pop
Oh.
as the blood splatters across his cheeks. And his head twists to the side, and he falls down unconscious at your feet. The general is the first one to start slow clapping.
Fire!
I'll go down at him and say, "You fought well. I give you that."
He's unconscious.
Well, yeah, I know he's unconscious. But
You
I'm still gonna
just still
do it.
saying it to him.
Yeah.
GG.
What a loser.
Yeah, even though he's unconscious, I'm still gonna do it. Like, be honorable. You fought a good fight.
He like, the general walks over to him. He looks around. He's like, "Anybody got any water or anything?"
Ophelia's got a cauldron.
But he like looks around. Someone runs into the room, comes out with a cup of ale, and he grabs a cup of ale and just like, splashes it on his general's or his captain's face. Smacks him on the cheek real quick. And captain comes to, goes to sit up, and he like stands back up and puts his boot on top of his captain's chest. He's, "Go pick up your gauntlet and then get the mop. You have a mess." And steps off, and general walks over to the group of you. "Good fight. You might want to get yourself fixed up."
I have a healer with us, so I'll have her help.
It's like, "That was pretty entertaining, not gonna lie."
I haven't fought that since I left my hometown.
Looks like you might be a good contender in the fight ring. And he looks around, he's like, "You." And he motions one of the guards over him, leans in, says something. "Alright, follow him. He'll take you to your lodging. You can meet up tomorrow for a meal and discuss some more of the tasks that we can do for each other."
Sounds good.
Alright. Take care. He like walks off, and his captain's now coming out of the room. His shoulders are sort of slumped. "Pull it together." It's the last thing you hear him say. He walks back into the room with the food. Leads you, the group of you, off. Now, what is the marching order for for following the soldier?
In the back.
In the front.
Second.
Oh, yeah?
Third, I guess.
All right. So, Almar, you are third.
Yeah.
I forgot about that too. Alright, so you're walking through the streets. It's a pretty quick walk, only a couple minutes. And as the soldiers walking you through the streets, there are a few people out. It's getting later in night. There's a small crowd that he like weaves in between. And you feel, the two of you feel someone bump into you. He like bumps in and, oh, sorry. Like puts his hands up, walks away. He was wearing a cloak. Couldn't make out too many features.
Who did he bump into?
Just someone on the street.
Hmm.
Almost like he tripped and fell into them. It leads you to this older, rundown looking inn. Opens it and should be stuff here for you. Just go back to the castle there for some food in the morning. Everything else should be fine. I don't know if there's any ale or drinks or anything, but not my job. Walks off.
If there is, we'll find it.
And he chuckles and keeps walking. You're in basically an empty inn. Got a few rooms upstairs. Tables have all been pushed to the side, so it's just an like a bare floor in the center, leading up to the bar. But you look, there's
abandoned.
there's some ale left. Yeah, it's abandoned.
Yeah, Zem automatically just goes behind the bar, and just starts making drinks, whatever
Yeah,
I can find.
There's some ale, maybe some like a couple ounces in the bottle of some harder liquor, but nothing crazy. It's been abandoned for a while. There's no food left in the building. But the rooms
Beer doesn't go
upstairs.
bad, right?
It just gets better with age.
That's what I thought. Throw Axel on beer. Actually, I just have the mage hand deliver it over to him.
You
I pat the bar, and Tempo just launches himself onto the
jeez.
bar. Like, watch the door, and he's
Just turns
locks in
staring
on the door.
lock on.
Yeah, no blinking at all.
Alright. As you're standing here, Ophelia and Almar, you do feel something in your cloak pockets. Reach in, there's a small sheaf of parchment folded up. The only reason you felt it is because the fold didn't hold too well and it started to open up. And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
Death letter.
Paper.
Could it be the
Death
butler?
letter?
Could it be the butler?
No. It's a threatening death letter. Why did you just beat her? It's clearly that.
That is where we're going to end it for tonight. Thanks for watching. Have a good evening.